literally points out what you're supposed to do to beat him. Okay, I can't think of a beat like a horror villain that looks like. So I'm just gonna pretend it looks like Musashi and leave it at that. In full battle regalia, no less. I don't think he even swung his sword, he just sort of walked into me. Which, you know, physics aside, shouldn't really do an awful lot. And now his armour has morphed from pseudo-samurai to pseudo-conquistador, which I think may explain why the locals don't like him very much. Okay, we're probably a bit far north for that to make any sense. Okay, so he's the Jackie O now. Oh, come on. This is so a product of the 80s, even though it wasn't actually released in the 80s. Love how they need sound effects to convey emotion, it's hilarious. Okay, there's the eyeball, which explains why there were so many symbols earlier. He has an eyeball codpiece and a dollar symbol on his chest. Okay, that might be a web, but I'm going to say it's a dollar symbol. And this explains so much about why the CIA are involved. It's a conspiracy theorist's wet dream. But seriously, who the I know they talk about the one-eyed monster, but did you seriously need to staple a fucking eyeball to your codpiece? First person to make a "here's looking at you, kid" joke is going to be my hero. Yeah, again, it's another single pattern boss, just dodge these flames he's throwing at you from the wings. Or what, hands actually, they look like wings for a second there. Piss easy as long as you just pay attention to what you're doing. The only really reason this game is hard is the sheer amount of rote memorization you need to do, and it's not very forgiving of fuck-ups. Stabbed him right in the dollar sign. Heroic socialist metaphor right there. If, you know, Ryu was Soviet rather than American, thinking he was Japanese. A full 15 years before that became cool, by the way. Oh, come on, you know he's not going to survive this. And you knew that coincidence had to come back into play. There's no way it could ever do anything else. Probably should have told us this beforehand. At least they didn't bother with sound effects that time. So what are you going to do, just stand there and watch it happen? Apparently, yes, that is exactly what he's going to do. I think I understand it all now. Ryu is just a complete glory hog who feigns idiocy because it gives him more chances to show off his combat skills. And that seriously looks like something out of Alien or Metroid. Okay, I'm kind of cheating because a lot of the Metroid stuff is kind of Alien inspired. You'll actually see me just waste time for about 15 seconds here. Because the game, in its infinite wisdom, decided to make this something of a puzzle fight. It doesn't indicate that you're actually hurting the boss when you attack him. You need to knock his head off to start with. And that's seriously the mark of something hardcore. You cut its head off, and it doesn't care. See, you know, you cut its head off and all it does is charge the head at you. That is hardcore. And clearly inhuman. So now we're going to slash its tail off just for, you know, sadist effect. Because clearly if cutting its head off didn't work, cutting its tail off isn't really going to do much. And now we're going to stab it repeatedly in the giant pulsating stomach region. Until it stops moving. It's still throwing what I can only assume is spinal fluid at me. And the alien has been defeated. And that's the end of the gameplay. You can, you know, bugger off now if that's all you wanted to see. Now we get a 3-minute ending sequence. I swear, 45 minutes of recording time, and I think about 20 is in cutscenes. Okay, that must have been a load-bearing boss. Yeah, after all that bitch has done, I'd be tempted to leave her there, personally. Oh, so cliche. Oh, like you didn't see this coming, Rhea. Even you should have noticed that. Subtle. Really subtle. I don't know what to say. Once you've seen one layer explode, you've seen them all explode. Obligatory love interest cutscene at the end. Okay, Ryu must be something like 15, that explains why he's so stupid. Okay, somebody was blatantly taking the piss. Who the hell names their only female agent Sea Swallow? I mean, seriously. And if they can detect the explosion from satellite, why didn't they just bomb the thing into the ground? You know, they knew exactly where it was. And obligatory government backstabbing. Man, you'd think this was Contra or something. And I don't mean Contra the game. As if you didn't see that one in advance, Ryu. Man, the white slavery and the rape jokes just write themselves at this point. I'm not even going to go there. It's too easy. Much like her, apparently. And him, as it happens. And that's pretty much all. I've just done 46 minutes straight of talking. I gotta hope Audacity does not fuck this on me like it did the last time. And then I'm going to spend some time in rehab and tackle Ninja Gaiden 2. All before Ival manages to finish Beyond Oasis, which he's been doing for about 6 months now. Continuously.